Hey everyone, happy 11/11. I'm so excited to be here with you and bring you this special reading. It is a general reading for the collective of twin flame soulmate energy. It is date or time specific. I know I always say it's not, but this one is. It will not be for any one zodiac sign at all. It is a twin flame spread. We're going to look at twin flame energies for those of you watching. So it is designed, the intention has been set for everyone watching. Okay, so you don't have to be watching it live. You can watch a replay later. I am setting it as a premiere, and hopefully I will be able to be there with you in the comments. That's my goal. But I live on the west coast of Florida. We've got Ada, however you pronounce it, barreling down. Luckily, the hurricane has downgraded to a tropical storm, but I'm in an area that is prone to flooding, so I'm trying to get this thing recorded, and I hope to be here in the comments, but if you don't see me, you'll know what's going on. So wish me well. I also want to say happy Veterans Day to any of our veterans that are watching. Thank you so much for your service, and I didn't want to go through the reading without mentioning that. But the whole thing with 11/11, it's very special, and it's got special meaning to the twin flame community, so that's why I'm here offering this to you now. It's usually the first set of repeating numbers that we begin to see upon our spiritual awakening. So what it is it presents itself repeatedly as a way to get our attention. So for those of you that say, I see that 11/11 all the time, what does it mean? That's what it means. Now, the trick is to kind of open yourself up to the signs and synchronicities that are trying to come toward you, not just with that number, almost as if that number is a signal to be paying attention to what's going on around you in your life, because it's trying to guide your path, right? It's trying to guide you, get your attention and guide you toward your highest good and your best path. So I did want to say that so that those who are newer to that energy understand it. It's like a nudge from the universe and a way to wake us up. So consider it that. The number 11 all by itself is a messenger in numerology. I'm looking at a little bit of a cheat sheet here. I love the way it was phrased. It said it's a guiding force that helps us readjust and gravitate toward our unique divine path, so we make the most of the possibilities and opportunities intended for us. So just the number 11 is powerful. Then we've got it duplicated. We also consider 1111 a symbol of twin flame energy. So I just wanted to mention that. And it is an opportunity for us. It's a portal. There's a lot of activations and light codes, downloads you may receive. Some people may feel like lots of energy surges. That's very possible for some. Others will feel very expansive, yet others will feel a lot of pressure and feeling like they're being pushed through a portal way. All of that is normal and to be expected, so don't let it alarm you. It's just a perfect opportunity to accept the guidance toward your next highest timeline. That's why my readings are not usually date or time specific, since we're all on different timelines. So that's why. And now you know that this date, 11/11, is when all of that sort of resets and shifts, and we have opportunities to kind of ascend. Got it? Okay, so what I'm bringing you here is a little bit of 3 cards from Sacred Traveler, just to get a flavor for this part of your journey, what you might want to consider, contemplate, meditate around, or just claim for yourself. Yes. Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, perfect. So, first card out is Follow Your Bliss, navigating by the stars. That's what we're doing right here, right now. And yeah, follow your bliss means sometimes the answers are, the guidance comes more from the cosmos than from anything around us. So that's what I feel. Accept this guidance in the 1111 portal. Some people call it a gateway, same thing. I love that this card comes out, First Light, beginning a new cycle. Isn't that what I was just talking about? And yes, you will see that my internet is going to be very sticky because of the storm energy and all the swirling winds. I've been in and out of that bathroom over there. Where is it? Behind me a couple times due to tornado drills, or not drills, like the real deal. So if it gets sticky, it's not you, it's the computer. First sight, beginning a new cycle. That's exactly what this is about. It feels to me almost a little bit like the world. I just want to say that. It can also be any of the aces are new cycles, new beginnings, next level you in terms of the elements. So we'll see if any of that comes out in the reading. And then the third card is overcoming obstacles. The sword in the stone is the picture, but it says you can overcome anything. You can overcome anything. So for some of you, the readings lately have been intense, have they not? They've been very difficult and challenging. And I feel that it's all leading us to this moment where you overcome the sword in the stone. Did you see that image right there? You overcome what's been holding you back so you can be pushed forward into first light, the beginning of this new cycle, and accept the new higher timeline. Whether your divine counterpart is ready or not. That's the point. That's the point. Give that a thought. We don't always travel in the same timeline with our divine counterpart. And that's why these connections generally kind of hopscotch across time and space, lifetime after lifetime, until we finally get it right and ascend at the same time in the same incarnation. So I'm going to do a special spread, and I am using Light Seers Tarot. This spread requires, it's a twin flame spread. It requires something more positive and uplifting. I'm just going to pull the cards. I also have a little cheat sheet since I don't do this particular spread very often, so I don't get lost. Wow. Love it, love it. Very good. I'll tell you in a minute what everything is, and then we'll go through it. Wow. 2 kings here already. Yes, this goes here. There's an ace. There's transformation. Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh. So you're going to love all of this. All right, so let me walk you through it. The first card represents if you do not even know if you have a twin, then this card, number 1, represents your readiness to serve in a twin flame capacity. These are connections of mission. So it's about your readiness. If you are already in a twin flame dynamic, whether you're in union or separation, doesn't matter. It's kind of saying where you are right now in terms of your twin flame journey. And we've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is an energy of passion. It's action taking. There's readiness here for sure if you're brand new to the community. If you are twin flame, this could represent someone coming back from the past, right? Look at her looking behind over her shoulder, and you can see that sort of wild stallion in the back, and she's beating the drum, and it's almost as if she's calling it in. They're returning to her. So I say her because it's a female in the figure, but it can be male or female. I also like that in this deck there are 4 wands around her. There's 1, 2, 3 behind her, and then 1 right here on the side. So even though it's the Knight of Wands, I get a very 4 of Wands, which is a twin flame soulmate card energy from this. So that's where you are. I feel like momentum's building, a return is about to happen, or the energy of passion is coming through very strongly, a lot of action. Card number 2 is for those of you watching. So this side is for you, this side is your counterpart. For those of you watching, this card is about your soul's purpose. It's like a checkup. Where are you in terms of your soul's purpose? We've got the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords, we've got 2 knights now. The knights are about action, taking action and moving forward. This is moving forward with truth and clarity and insight. right? The Knight of Swords is generally trying to resolve an issue, so they're kind of in a hurry. The pace is picking up, and you feel that sense of that urge, that push, like, oh my gosh, I got to get on this very quickly. There's no time to waste with the Knight of Swords. And look, so much so that this motorcycle gets away from him. So I love the energy here, because it's almost like, oh yeah, I'm like moving more slowly than the energy is asking of me. And so it's time to pick up the pace. But it is an energy of resolving issues, getting clarity, taking action with truth, honor, integrity, and high character. Then your counterpart, where are they in their soul's purpose? King of Pentacles. I love this. King of Pentacles is a masculine archetype of life partner. That's how I see it, very Jungian, if you follow Carl Jung's work at all. But it is an archetype of that steadiness, dependability, grounded, look at the comfort level there. This is someone who's growing very comfortable with themselves, who could already be someone that sees themselves in the role of life partner. Some of them can already be husbands to somebody else. That's very possible. So you would be able to see that energy here as well. In the absence of that, it's about their readiness, their soul's purpose of being settled within themselves in this incarnation, stable, dependable, someone who shows up for their partner every day. You get the energy. I love it. It's a king, guys. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the King of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth. So I love that. Knight of Wands, did I say, is Sagittarius, and we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the Knight of Swords. So then the card number 4 here is very interesting. It's your karmic issue or challenge for those of you watching. Something that is either an issue or a challenge that is of a karmic nature. King of Wands. So we have some Leo energy there. But mostly the King of Wands is about I see it, I want it, I claim it, it's mine. It's very forceful, it's very assuming. It is it doesn't wait for permission. It goes after what it wants and it claims it. But it's also impulsive. It can be a little controlling or overly controlled within themselves. Because they're pushed by an inner force. So for those of you watching, to me, the King of Wands can be a person that is, there's karmic energy around the King of Wands, or it can be your own challenge to know what you want, to step into your own power. Male or female doesn't matter. It's about asking you to step into your own power, to know very clearly what you want, lay claim to it, and go after it. Okay? Call to your higher power. And then card number 5 is the karmic issue or challenge for your twin flame, is the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords in this particular card, look at it, feels like self-sabotage. Okay? Feels like the 5 of Swords is normally a card of an unfair fight. Something's just, it's out of balance, right? It's a 5 and it's an unfair fight. There's some manipulation involved. Swords is the realm of thought, but also communication. So it can be gossipy. That's why these birds are chirping around him. It can be gossipy. It can be somebody who's, overly manipulative in their life. So right now, this 5 of Swords, but it's also the voices in our head, like not at a clinical level, but when all is going well and then you kind of sabotage yourself, this is what your twin flame's karmic issue or challenge is, the 5 of Swords. The next card up is the position number 6, which is how you already know each other energetically. Like, what is that energy? Ace of Cups. The love of your life, right? Divine gift of love. To me, in all the other decks, it always looks like the Holy Grail. But there's a very strong emotional connection here, lots of love here, and that's how you are already connected, is at the realm of the heart. Look at the heart in between her hands, right at the level of the heart chakra. Just gorgeous. Now this position here is your divine guidance, and it is, again, cheat sheeting, it's okay. It's about the synchronicities that will either bring you together or that you need to pay attention to. Death and rebirth, transformation, Scorpio energy in this card. So, yeah, the guidance is about transformation. You're being given this opportunity to transform. So I sort of feel like the transformation may be happening for both of you and may bring you together. This is not a timing card, unfortunately, so I can't get a real hit on that. But it almost feels like it's these overcoming obstacles, you know. You can overcome anything. You can transform anything. If you look, I know it's a very haunting image, but I love that what we see through to is that daylight, that first light. And that's what this card is. That first light, the beginning of a new cycle, totally transformed. So that's lovely. And then our last card out is the outcome. And that... It's about how you'll serve together. It is the Six of Swords. It is moving to calmer waters. I almost feel like this is the two of you right here, that you're getting out ahead of and beyond the stormy seas, all that turbulence, the bumpiness that's been there for you, and moving to something more smooth and fluid. Kind of imagine going from choppy seas to like a glass smooth lake. And I love the Six of Swords because it brings you peace of mind, balance of the mind. So this is the spread. I think it's lovely. I'm going to work with it right now with some clarification, if that's okay with you. I know we're only 16 minutes in and I'm already worried about, I'm getting alerts on my phone. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm okay. Woo! So Knight of Wands. This is your readiness for to serve in twin flame capacity, or what's going on right now within your connection. Knight of Wands, someone coming in fast and furious, passionate. Wow, Justice, Libra energy in the Justice card. Justice is about balance and fairness, but it could also be that there's a legal matter. For some of you, there may be legal issues that need to be resolved first. And I'm saying that because I see a Knight of Swords as resolution. I did mention King of Pentacles could be someone who's married or already in another connection. So that could represent that change and the passion to take action toward resolving that matter. So for some of you, that will be the case. Not all of you. It's a general reading, so I kind of have to mention it. But I love the Justice because it's about truth. There's like your truth, their truth, and then there's the truth. And that's what I love. Somebody coming in maybe with their truth in a way that would balance the dynamic, restore a sense of fairness, almost vindication. It feels like a little bit of vindication. There's another card of balance and fairness and reciprocity and equal give and take, the Six of Pentacles. These two cards together are about restoring balance for sure, and making sure that the connection this time around, or if it's brand new, something that's beneficial to both parties and not at all one-sided. So that's really lovely. And look what's on the bottom. Oh my gosh. The Death card, right, which we already have here. Major transformation is brewing underneath, and that's the guidance you get. So I love that. I'm just going to stop right there. Now I'm going to go over here, so try to follow along. I may put the check in the comments, and I may put the order of the cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that way you'll know if you want to go back and see what the positions mean. All right, because I don't expect you to remember it all. Wait a minute, I don't have a good enough handle. Knight of Swords. This is your soul's purpose for those of you watching, where you are in terms of it. Time to get out ahead of anything that isn't clear. Taking swift action for a truth, your truth, the truth, with regard to third-party energy. Wow, wow, wow. So third party can be anything. It can be a person. For many of you, that will be the case. I see that in that Justice card as a possibility. It can also be distance. It can be work related. It could be your children. It can be other people in the mix other than your divine counterpart. So I kind of feel like something needs to be cleared up. The air has to be cleared. And so far, that's where you are on your journey. Your soul's purpose is about the clarity, the integrity, got it? Character, high character. Yeah, Hanged Man, Pisces in the Hanged Man, waiting for the enlightenment before we clear the air. That's why that motorcycle's getting out ahead of you. The Hanged Man is sort of pulling back, taking the 30,000 foot view, looking with fresh eyes or from all angles. So you're sure on what you're really seeing. And it's asking you to kind of pull back and not be impulsive, which we have two knights here. That both of those are action takers, and it's wands and swords is the fastest energy. So it's kind of asking you to be sure that you have the enlightenment, that you've received the downloads that lets you know that the time is now. So I kind of feel you're on track with your soul's purpose here of getting the clarity, of clearing the air, but you're waiting, you're seeking that enlightenment. Ooh, and delaying gratification, which is good. So you're not, with regard to who? With regard to the Emperor, divine masculine energy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Aries energy and the Emperor, it's coming up underneath. It sort of means that, well, I do feel that the divine masculine energy is in your conscious awareness. If you're here watching, you could be the divine masculine. So that's basically saying that's your motivation. That's what's driving your behavior. If you are here as a divine feminine, it could be that you're trying to see things from the perspective of the divine masculine. It's right underneath the surface. So it's sort of what is in our psyche. Not necessarily a conscious thought, but it's energetic and it moves us along, and that's the motivating force. Beautiful. Whew. So let's see here. I'm going to move this card over a little bit so it's not so far out of view. King of Pentacles. The checkup on the soul's purpose of your twin flame. King of Pentacles. Where are they on this part of their journey? Their purpose is as life partner. And we got some Virgo there. Okay. Yeah, Virgo energy. And the Nine of Pentacles is an independent person, someone who's single. This is someone who is very much in their own ability to attract to them everything they desire. So this is someone who's very, able to find their own the ground under their own feet and make life happen for themselves. Things just kind of fall into place with the exception of a love life. This is the perennially single female in the deck. So it's interesting that their soul's purpose is this sort of King of Pentacles meets the independent single person. I love that. And it could be that this person, whoever your twin flame is becoming single. That's one interpretation. Or that they're becoming stable and available and dependable for the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. For someone who's free and single and independent. You can look at it either way. Wow. There's been heartache here. Doesn't surprise me since we have the Three of Cups. So I definitely think I'm talking to twin flames who have experienced third-party energy on some level. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything that was duplicitous, but it feels like there's a lot of heart heaviness here on the part of, if you're watching your twin flame in the energy of the King of Pentacles, they're really struggling with someone they feel they hurt, which would be you. Yep. Yeah, and they're very stressed about it. Lots of anxiety underneath here. Ooh. Sun. Hello, Leo. So I kind of feel like they're anxious because they feel they're losing out on they've lost some happiness. Underneath when you've got this Nine of Swords and the Sun, it's like, oh my gosh, what has been lost? it's definitely weighing on their mind. It's definitely something that I feel they're a little obsessed about. Not in a negative way, just in a way of not being able to push it. You can no longer deny it. It's all underneath here, bubbling up under the surface. How do I get my happiness back? How do I get back to this person? So that's where they are on their journey right now. But they're coming at it from this very stable, grounded King of Pentacles energy. Really like that. This card over here, your karmic issue or challenge, coming through as King of Wands, more Leo energy. Surprise, surprise. Leo's been coming through, but we also have Aries, we have Pisces, we have Sag, we have Scorpio twice, we have Libra. Yeah, Leo, Virgo, you get it. King of Wands, karmic challenge or issue for you. So for those of you who are dealing with a King of Wands, you may not be in communication with them. There may be separation from your King of Wands. This could also be your own intuition, your own inner knowing about this energy, whether it's your energy personally to deal with, your karmic issue about your own ability to step into your power, or it could be the other partner, your twin, and you're just in your inner knowing about them dealing with that energy, the separation, the lack of communication, going on your intuition. More Pisces energy here. So we have Pisces now twice. There's our Knight of Wands. Yeah, going on your intuition of when they will return or when you will first meet. Either way. Wow. So the High Priestess is about taking in, is everything I was saying in the beginning, taking in all the sights, the sounds, the synchronicities. Keep on high alert from that. Operate from intuition. Be very clear about communicating with your higher self, your spiritual team, with the universe. But the priestess doesn't really speak much. And sometimes they're actually kind of a little secretive. So I almost feel in a way that you've kind of, for some of you, you've got a secret. You've got like this inner knowing. And you got it wrapped real tight, and you're just going fully on intuition. And I know that this isn't magician energy, but I'm feeling something being called in here. It's just the way it's coming through with the priestess in between the king and the Knight of Wands. There's a return coming, and you know it. You know it. Yes, and it will bring, look at what it will bring. 6 of Wands, reconciliation, peace among our kingdoms, a win-win scenario. Definitely an energy of reconciliation, which is why, since this is your karmic issue, that's why you're in the Knight of Swords, because on some level you know things need to be resolved. You know there needs to be a clearing of the air. You're just waiting for the sign. We've got the Hanged Man and the High Priestess on your side here. So what that is very highly spiritual, Pisces energy, deep emotions, deep knowing, inner knowing on an intuitive level. Beautiful. And the World, endings and new beginnings, right? Beginning a new cycle. I'll take that too. So this is sort of interesting. I do feel that that energy of sort of feeling guided. I'm going to pull these cards away right now. These two are what's underneath. Okay, that 6 of Wands is a victory card. It's a card of victory and the end of an old cycle and the beginning of something new. That first light energy that came out in the oracle. So fabulous. So now the karmic, remember I said the karmic issue for your twin, 5 of Swords. That's very not fun energy to deal with, honestly. It's heavy energy. Yeah. There's some difficulty here. 5 of Swords with this 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles represents life partnership, building a life. It can be their home life. If you're dealing with someone who's married, there's something that's going on that's either unkind or manipulative, or even Some self sabotage here on the home front. It is sort of suggesting a lack of stability in terms of their home life or their partnership. If they're not in partnership with you and they are in partnership with someone else, there's a lack of stability there. And it can also be that there's some issues around their I'm saying self-sabotage, but I feel like it feels as if there's an energy that's kind of very calculated. They're dealing with an energy that is very calculating. A winner take all, right? Zero-sum game energy. And so for some of you, because that Justice card is here, it could be they're dealing with a karmic person who will take them for everything. That's going to be for a very small percentage of you, but I do have to acknowledge it because it's here. And I don't want to, yeah. There's a new beginning card for them here, this Ace of Pentacles. But there's something that's kind of, look at it. Doesn't it look like he's just got a headache there? Somebody's just kind of picking at him, picking at him, picking at him. It does feel as if there's like this, it can be gossip, but it feels like it's right in their ear constantly. Almost naggy, nitpicky. It's not a good energy, and it's sabotaging their ability for this new beginning. And I feel like there's some threat of loss or instability in their home life or their financial picture. May have nothing to do with you. So I just want to be clear. This is your twin flames karmic issue or challenge. So for some of you, they're just self-sabotaging themselves, right? Self-sabotage in the realm of thought with regard to their new beginning, the new beginning of a new cycle that could lead to life partnership. For others, there's someone doing that to them. There's someone else doing that to them. So I got to give you both pictures. There it comes. There's the confirmation. The Five of Swords again. So I feel we have a little bit of both because I'm doing a general reading. It's either self-sabotage or it is someone is not playing fair, is very highly manipulative, self-serving. That Five of Swords to me always feels like, you know, whoever gets the card, you gotta watch your back. You gotta watch your back. So that's a difficult energy. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let me shuffle a little bit before I move on. So how are you already connected to each other? We have this beautiful Ace of Cups. I love that for you. I'm gonna just pull all this over. And let's get a little more of a feel for this. Beautiful Ace of Cups connected at heart chakra. This overflowing cup of love, a divine gift. A little more Leo energy for you. Yeah. You're connected, and I think you've been sort of energetically assisting each other throughout time and space. If you look at this figure here, all in white, almost angelic, with this the eternity symbol over her head, right? There's a symbiotic connection here, one that it transcends time and space. So the energy is one of connection. She tames the beast and the beast protects her in return. You have to help each other. You find strength in each other, even energetically, to have the courage and the confidence to overcome the obstacles. But it's like a shared energy. So I love that. Whew. Can't make it up. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, love and passion with this beautiful strength card in between, helping each other move forward to this brand new cycle of love and passion. Overcoming obstacles right here is in that strength card, but you are helping each other. That's the connection. It is eternal. I just got a chill. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're moving to your divine guidance, which is about death and rebirth, the transformation card. That is sort of working with your shadow as the new light enters, the first light enters. And yeah, working with your shadow. That's going to be very important around the 15th, the new moon in Scorpio. This is Scorpio. The new moon in Scorpio invites us to work with our shadow, and there is an alignment that happens that involves Pluto, which is the natural ruler of Scorpio. And that's going to give us easier access to those deep emotions, even the ones we've repressed, the shadow stuff. So if you feel all of that bubbling up and you're able to easily access it and not even tamp it down, good, let it flow. That's the whole point. And set all your intentions in that new moon for what you want to release. It's going to be transformational. Okay, so the guidance is to get ready. Get ready. That Two of Pentacles is very much a juggling energy, right? Thinking quick on your feet. Look how he's hopping up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, but he's not really moving forward. It's almost that energy of, well, I got to be ready for anything. Another figure 8 symbol. Look at those pentacles going around that lemniscate, around and around and around. So you're in this perpetual state of readiness for the transformation. Beautiful. It is about weighing realities on the ground, juggling your priorities, keeping everything at the ready. In conscious in 3D. I love that for you. Sometimes it's stuck energy, but I'm not sure. I think you're being called. Yes. Well, here's what's being transformed. All that 5 of Cups, the regret. Look at what this person is focused on. Is focused on the 3 cups that are knocked over. This is what that is. This is what the twin is wrestling with. The heartache from that energy. Wow, wow, wow. So it tells me that part of what has to be cleared is all this backward facing energy. Part of what's being transformed are the mistakes of the past, the regrets of the past, the things that have us feeling sorrow and grief, something we haven't let go of. We need to let go of it. I've said that in several readings in the past week, I'd say. So I almost feel like you're at the ready to release the regrets of the past. And that in and of itself will transform you and take you up in your timeline, or at least have you feeling more ascendant instead of being pulled down, if that makes sense. Yeah, there will be resistance around it though, for sure. The 7 of Wands underneath. Yeah, we tend to resist transformation because it isn't easy, but you're being guided. You're being guided. That's your divine guidance. Watch the synchronicities, especially around anything that may have gone down in the past that you have some regrets or misgivings about, or sadness or grief around. You're going to feel resistant because, like I said, it isn't fun working with our shadow side. But that new moon in Scorpio will make it easier to access those emotions so you can get them up and out. And that's the whole point. Oh, my beautifuls, my lovelies, my dear ones. Last card, outcome. This is most likely outcome for you, 6 of Swords. Moving to calmer waters, but not before you process your emotions. The 7 of Cups, it feels overwhelming, very highly emotional in nature as you come through the stormy seas. So we have the 6 of Swords is getting beyond it, but not until you clear the air, right? We've got to kind of resolve all this third energy that brought in heartache, the looking backwards, the 5 of Cups, all that has to be processed at the level of emotion. With who? With your past life soulmate, 6 of Cups. With your twin. Okay, so very lovely energy here. The 2 6s with this emotionally overwrought 7 of Cups. I love it. I love this reading for you. For those of you watching, yes, and then here's your brand new day. right? Your first light, the beginning of a new cycle. This is you overcoming the obstacles, ready to take the leap of faith and follow your bliss. I love it when that happens. Okay, my dears, I am pulling one last card for you from Magdalene Oracle. I just want to see if any nice spiritual messages come through. Whoop. For those watching, I just tried to shuffle the book. I'm just trying to read for you and beat this darn storm. Oh my goodness. Okay. There is no extended for this, so you're just going to have to enjoy this and trip back through the playlists, see what has been recently uploaded, see if any titles speak to you that can confirm all this beautiful energy. Not without its diciness, but I feel that there's an opportunity here for some big resolutions, clearing of the air, resetting to things that are more balanced. We have a lot of sixes that are here. In fact, let me pull this and then I have one other thing to say. Yeah, the Judgment. I'm going to read it for you guys. Don't panic. All the cards here are so beautiful. H-I-J. So, you can see it right here. Oh, this is good. Love and accept all of who you are as you are. Every trait serves a purpose. And until you see the light within you, you will not see the light in others. How you feel about the world around you is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Everything you see in others reflects something in you. You draw people, situations, and events into your life that reflect what you are yet to love about yourself. As you journey through life, you grow in wisdom, and eventually you will realize that many of your perceptions of good and bad, of right and wrong, are simply illusions. And so it is. So if you feel you are drawing to yourself people and situations that are darker or more difficult energetically, go within to see where it is that you don't love that in yourself. Like where is that for you? That's what needs to be transformed. Okay, so work on that. I love that. The only judgment you really have is toward self. And once you clear that energy, I think everything else will begin to unfold very smoothly. The Six of Swords is a lovely way to move out of this reading. I hope this has brought you some insight and helped you feel very hopeful and positive. That's always my intention. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your 11/11. Let's work on raising our energy, our vibration, and accepting the opportunities and possibilities of our next best and highest timeline. Big love. Take care.